Gentlemen, it's your puck drop. Fans, let's hear it one more time for Austin and Joseph Tizzolo, along with Mr. Islander, Bobby Nystrom.
This Sabres game is presented by Yancey's Fancy, New York's artisan cheese, the official cheese of the Buffalo Sabres.
Let's take a look at our starting goaltenders for this night. Brought to you by Tim Hortons. Try their new handcrafted lattes today. Robin Lehner made 38 saves in that season debut the other night against the Montreal Canadiens, and he'll look to build on that here tonight at Barclays Center against the New York Islanders. And down the other end of the rink, a man that was really the top goaltender in preseason, posting a 2-0 record with a .974 save percentage and a goals against of 0.75. Again, for preseason only, as you look at the numbers there for his career. Jaro Halak gets the nod tonight, came on in relief of Thomas Greiss in the first game of the season, that 5-0 loss in Columbus. First period replays are brought to you by the Ford dealers of Western New York. The new 2018 Ford F-150. Raise the bar. It is the bar. We are set to go in the game. Officials tonight that will oversee this one: Kelly Sutherland and Justin St. Pierre. Shendor Alfonso and Steve Miller will band together to oversee the action between the Sabres and the Islanders at Barclays. And here we go. Sabres from right to left to start it off in the white jerseys, and Pouliot up the boards on the left side ahead to Ryan O'Reilly, as the Islander fans are into it early for their team. Looking to rebound from last night. Barzal gets to the line and he turns the puck over, and it'll be fired right back into the Buffalo zone by Mayfield. Rasmus Ristolainen meets it on the far corner. Beaulieu, quick pass ahead, finds Ryan O'Reilly shy of center, and the first line change now for the Sabres as Jason Pominville, Jack Eichel, and Evander Kane are on the ice right now, and the Islanders make their way past Kane down the left side. This is Beauvillier down below the goal line, takes a big hit against the end boards. Kane now with possession, of the Sabres bring four up to their own blue line. This is Eichel riding across the line, down the left side, kept in by Antipin. Here's Kane with a shot, and that is blocked. Never did get to the Islander goal, and Casey Cizikas tries to backhand it up the boards, but Kane keeps it down low. You expect a fast pace to this one tonight just because of the energy, and of course the Sabres want to continue along the lines of what Phil Housley has asked for from day one since he got here with his hockey club. Here's a pass up ahead. Zengus Girgensons out there now, along with Sam Reinhart. Down the left wing corner, Girgensons battling for it. DeHaan comes up with it. He lays it off for Adam Pelech. He tries to snap the pass up ahead to Lee in the left wing, who plays it to center. That's broken up. The Sabres get it back again. Chipped it across the line. Girgensons plays it behind the net. Reinhart turns, looks to center. Scandella, the puck is tipped by him, and now potential odd man rush. Scandella trying to race back. Here's Everly down the right side, lays it off. Tavares scores the game's first goal. Counter attack from the Islanders, and it's 1-0 New York.
Yeah, and the puck's going to end up going to the guy you do not want to have it on his stick. We talked about Everly in the warm-up. Coming out right here, he does a nice job deflecting this puck and creating this 2-on-1. And the pass that went across to John Tavares, it was not a great pass. It was in the air. He had the hand to settle it down a little bit, dust it off before he took the shot. Thought maybe Robin Lehner was going to have plenty enough time to get himself over there and established. But as you can see, John just waited him out till Robin Lehner hit the ice and then put it up over top of him.
First goal, first points of the season for New York. Tavares, who had 28 last year, has got this building rocking despite the fact the Sabres had some pretty good possession down towards the Islanders zone. And we get a whistle to stop playing, the puck coming back to center ice.
Now, Phil Housley talked to us before this game started saying you got to continue to get the puck in behind the D of this New York Islanders team. Get it deep and work them low. Exactly what they tried to do against Montreal the other night, but you've got to do it for the full 60.
New York
Puck comes into the Sabres zone. Josephson taps it ahead. Goes all the way down the ice, in behind the net. Halak on a forehand will play it up ahead to Kuhlman. Josephson gets there along with Beaulieu, and it's played down below the goal line. Larson after it. Down comes Molson as well as he makes his first appearance of this regular season. And the Islanders will come back. This is Kuhlman playing it off to the wing. Down deep into the Buffalo zone. Turning off the wall and trying to get it to the front of the net. Nelson. Now Kuhlman as the cycle is on. This is Ladd. Left wing hash marks for the Islanders. Wojciech along the right point. His shot is blocked, trying to get it through, but Larson with good position deflects that puck out to center. Sabres trying to get a change in here, and they do, but the Islanders carry it back in over the line. All the way down, Ladd to the right corner. Plays it in behind the Buffalo net. Leddy playing in his 500th NHL game tonight. Turns at the left wing hash mark and plays it behind the goal. Comes back to Leddy. Kane gets there at the same time. Evander got a stick on it. And now it's played ahead to Eichel, who knocks it down shy of center. And he'll make his way to the Islander line and in along with Kane, but they can't connect on the pass. And with 16:47 to go in the first period, Buffalo trailing 1-0, it's sent back in behind the Sabres goal. McCabe and Antipin on the ice now defensively, and they'll try to orchestrate their way up ice here for Buffalo. McCabe with a second shot at it. Sabres finishing another line change. It's brought up ice. Opozo to the Islander line, tried to drop it back. That is broken up by Matthew Barzal. The 20-year-old is playing in his second NHL game tonight. He'll go to the bench as the Islanders, too, finish a change. You just joined us, John Tavares with his first of the year. 1-0 New York. Backhanded into the Buffalo zone. Leonard out one hand on the stick to play it. Puck bounces on him a little bit. Tennyson there as well as Beauvillier in the corner. Casey Cizikas over to help out. Cizikas brings it into the slot with a pass. It bounces away from Hosang, who is making his first appearance tonight. He was a healthy scratch for the Islanders in Columbus last night. Bouncing puck. Cizikas turns and fires one, but that deflects to the corner. And it's Scandella who's able to play it up to center ice. The Islanders starting to pick up their pace now off that goal. Hosang down the left side. And that hit a body at the Sabres bench to stop play. Time for us to take a look at Roswell Park Cancer Institute keys to the game.
Now the number one key is focus for 60 minutes. Last game against Montreal, you played a great game for 40 minutes, got a little distracted in that third period, and you let it get away from you. Can't do that. You got to stick to it here. Be prepared to skate, and you're seeing early in this hockey game the New York Islanders can skate. They're going to put pressure on you all over the ice. You got to be prepared for that and try to counter and match the speed. And my biggest thing is Robin Leonard needs to bounce back after that shootout loss in Buffalo. He's got to show to himself and his teammates here that that's not going to bother him, things like that. And it's going to be interesting to see how he reacts to it.
The Islanders with their top line out there again, and Eberle knocks down the pass at center ice. On the Buffalo side of center, now crosses the line. Left circle, looks to drop it back, takes the shot, and Robin Leonard at the post to his right, there to make the save.
Now what I like there is the Buffalo Sabres coming back into their zone. A little confused, but they all went to the center of the ice, and what they did, just kind of blocked the center out, kept the puck shooter to the outside. This is Eberle working his way across the blue line, and everybody just kind of in that tight diamond in the slot area in the middle of the ice, prevent them from getting in and allow Robin Leonard to see the puck coming through.
Reinhart and Tavares on the draw to the right of the Sabres goal. Tavares waved out, and Lee will step in. Sabres win the draw. Ristolainen will flip it up ahead. Jurgensen's chasing after the puck, but New York quickly play it back to the Buffalo blue line. Now it's broken up, and back comes Buffalo. Here's Jurgensen's nice little pass underneath, but Seth Griffith never did get his stick on it. Certainly in the right place, so. And now back the other way come the Islanders. Quick counter for New York as well as Leddy. The defenseman goes well below the goal line to chase that puck. This is Eberle in behind the net. On his backhand, turns below the faceoff dot. Plays it in behind the net. Lee looking for Tavares along the wall. John tried to cut in with it, had it knocked off his stick, and Seth Griffith will bring it to center for Buffalo. As the Sabres start to change it up here with 14 and a half to go in the first period. Tavares from Eberle, the goal scorers so far in a 1-0 Islander lead. Puck played around the far wall. Chimera just chips it back to the faceoff dot. And Wojciech will bring it up for the Islanders. Pass through the middle. That is off the heel of the stick of Jason Pominville. Back after it. Tennyson takes the hit, but plays the puck ahead and keeps it moving. Now Kane plays it up through center. This is Eichel. Tried to glide over the line, right side. Picked off, and now Kuhlman with one man back. He'll turn, top of the circle. Chimera overlaps, pass in the middle, picked off. Sabres come back on their own counter. Eichel down the right side, tries to squeeze his way down that wall. Backhand pass finds Kane, sends it in front. And that was just behind Pominville, who's hanging around the front of the outer goal. Jake McKay, feature on our Beyond Blue and Gold, coming up in the first intermission on the ice now with Antipin. They get puck into the outer zone, but then the whistle to stop play. John Tavares with the game's first and only goal. Sabres trail at 1-0.
Left in this first period. Flashback last night, New York Islanders' first game against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Sergei Bobrovsky, 29 saves in a 4-0 win versus the New York Islanders. Took the Islanders a minute 50 to score their first one here tonight, but a good example right there. Getting beat up 5-0. Good reason why they're coming so hard and so fast and strong here in this first period tonight.
Now, Rob, last night the Islanders were the team that gave up the first goal of that game at a minute 7 into the hockey game. So a complete turnaround, as you mentioned. This is Hickey in the corner, and the Islanders zone takes a hit, tried to play it out, glove down, kept in, and a shot goes off the skate. Pouliot out there now with Opozo and O'Reilly. McCabe and Antipin back at the points now as Hickey behind his own net, looking for a way out. And away for the forecheck as Pouliot now comes down, takes his man into the corner, and it's played to the line, kept in by McCabe. This is Opozo against the left wing wall of the hash marks. Bailey trying to strip into the puck. Now it's sent below the goal line. And Opozo over in the far corner trying to skate away from Mayfield. Puck comes back to the line, and now an opportunity for the Islanders to bring it up ice in the new quick pass. Gets to center, but that's cut right off, and here comes Kergensen back the other way, and he fires it wide. Walker side of Jarro Halak. Seth Griffith, backhander, back to the right point. Shot right on, pad save. Rebound is here. Kergensen can't get a stick on it. Sabres now cycling the puck in the left wing corner. Zemgus, another shot stopped by Halak, and Mayfield on his backhand in the far corner. Brings it back to Hickey in the near side. Good forecheck here by Buffalo as they create another turnover. Here's a chance, and Griffith is leveled before he can get the shot away. And a whistle to stop it.
Now that's an excellent shift for the Buffalo Sabres, and that's exactly what Coach Phil Housley needs to try to settle this game down a little bit. Zemgus Jurgensen dribbed with the line and kept the puck deep. Got the puck in behind the D, exactly what he talked about coming into this game. But had pressure and then rotation. You see each and every time the puck is moved, there's a Sabre right on the Islander player. They're not able to make the quick pass. Eventually the puck's turned over and you get chances from it. You need that. You need a lot more of what you just saw in that last shift.
Sabres get their top line out there against the Tavares line with a draw in the Islanders zone. And Jack Eichel will be waved out. Evander Kane will go over to the right wing hash marks. And Pominville will step in to take the face-off. And the winger wins it for the Islanders. Played around the near boards. Tipped up ahead, Everly to lead to Tavares. Tavares down the slot with a shot. And that deflects up and out of play. Good positioning there by Rasmus.
We'll take a look at our Taco Bell take here tonight. And we always talk about playing fast, and that's just not skating speed. That is puck movement as well and puck management, and it's something that has to go together. Anybody can make plays when you got time and space. When you don't have that time and space, you've got to move that puck as quick as possible, not only passing, but moving yourself into good position so you can get it back to open things up.
Kane trying to move it up the boards. Good battling he does. Left wing to center. To the Islander line and in. He takes a hit along the boards, and then Boychuk gives him an extra little lift. Kane pops right back up. Battle continues in the corner. Eichel waiting for that puck to pop free at the face-off dot. Stays along the wall. Now it's sent to the front of the net, and Lee will turn in the far corner of the Islander zone. 11.5 to go in the first as Leddy will leave it between the circles, and Casey Cizikas brings some speed to the Buffalo line. He'll chip it in and chase after it. Leonard gets there first. Plays it along the wall. Back to the point. Kept in by New York, where Rasmus Ristolainen picks off the pass intended for Hosang. And now Josephson with Larson off to his right, skates to center. To the Islander line and in. Josephson continues on his way down to the corner. To the side of the net before he takes a hit. Molson on it now. Josephson behind the net. On his backhand. Back to Scandella. He'll go cross ice. Tennyson takes a hit, plays the puck. Larson battling with Beauvillier to try to keep it in the Islanders zone. Forces him down to the corner. Beauvillier makes a turn, and now he'll bring it up to center with a pass. And is taken by Ho-Sang. Ho-Sang's chip pass to center. That's turned over. Sabres now on the counter. Here's the shot. Stopped by Halak. Kyle Opozo sniffed that one out off the Islander turnover between the blue lines. Now the battle on the right wing wall in the Islander zone. And Antipin. His pass through the slot deflects. Knocked down. Played to the point. And Beauvillier will chip to center. Potential 2-on-1 for the Islanders. Coming down the left side. And Robin Lehner forced to make the save on Nelson and cover up. And some pushing and shoving and talking after that play comes to an end.
Well, a little pushback here by the Buffalo Sabres that may be good for them. Wake them up a little bit here. Because right now the Islanders, when they're getting the puck, they're explosive and they're making things happen. Another outnumbered situation right here. Jake McCabe, all he can do is try to block that pass off and allow the shot to come to Robin Lehner. And that's exactly what happens right here. Robin's over there. He realizes Jake's down. He's able to stay out on that point of the crease there, and he's not able to have to move. He's not going to have to worry about trying to go side to side. He's able to make the save, cover it for the whistle.
That's the second odd man rush for the Islanders in this opening period. One of them resulted, of course, in the game's first goal by Tavares. Another save by Lehner off that faceoff win, and Nelson will play it back to the point. Mayfield fires a shot. Traffic is there. Lehner stays with it. Off the end boards up top. Nelson in the slot. Backhand by Coleman. Pass saved by Lehner in the rebound. He covers up with a backhand by Hickey. And Robin Lehner forced to be sharp early to keep the Sabres in it. And a raucous Barclays Center where the Islanders lead it 1-0.
7 left in this first period. Robin Lehner has had to be sharp here in this game, facing 5 shots. In the last exchange just before the break was no exception. Problem being, not getting a ton of help from his guys in front. Sam Reinhart has to take that time and space away from the man in the high slot in that case. Can't allow that shot to go through. It's got to be a better effort getting in front of that. And right there, Scandella just reaching out with his stick instead of getting body position. Got to be a little smarter in the defensive zone as a whole.
Well, it's the Sabres line up to take this draw. Johan Larsson out with Evander Kane and Jack Eichel to the right of Robin Lehner. The Islanders with their top line back out there again, and Tavares has the puck off the face-off, stripped, and he lost it, and now it's Kane at center as he'll carry in, splits the D. Evander Kane drives! Oh, and Halak got the pad down to make the stop, and a penalty call coming up here on the play.
Yeah, Johnny Boychuk's going to the box for Slash. And Evander Kane, he lobbied for it as soon as the whistle went.
New York Islanders penalty number 55, 2 minutes for slashing.
And it is awarded to him. You see Evander Kane just turn it on right here, gets in between Boychuk and Leddy, able to get the shot off. Great play by Evander Kane, but along the way, Boychuk's going to come in from the top right there, take the little hack at his stick. Not allowed to do that unless you're playing the puck.
So the Sabres go to the attack on the power play. This is Eichel. Sends it in front. Oh, tipped right on goal by Ryan O'Reilly, and Halak was sharp. Makes the stop.
1 for 5 last game against Montreal. And they talked about it after. The power play needs to be sharper, needs to move the puck quicker. They established the shot, but you got to make things happen. And right here, wrist the line and moving the puck down the wall to Reinhart, to Eichel, to Reinhart, and then Ryan O'Reilly in the high slot, and he's able to connect.
Sabres win it off the draw again. Up at the point, now played to the far circle. Eichel out of his skates, back up top. Rasmus Ristolainen. Eichel through traffic, and that hit his skate. And now Opozo over on the right wing wall. Ryan O'Reilly skates to the puck, cross ice pass, bounces off the boards. Eichel can't knock it down. Islanders with a chance to bring it up shorthanded. Casey Cizikas down the right side. He'll backhand it to the front of the net, and that goes by everybody as Ladd was up on the counter, but marked well by Rasmus Ristolainen. Buffalo Sabres power play brought to you by New Wave Energy, your local energy supplier, and the power behind the Buffalo Sabres. Into the Islanders zone they come. This is Eichel to the right dot. He bumps with Hickey down below the goal line. Ryan O'Reilly against Tavares. Puck now in behind the Islanders goal. O'Reilly looking for company to feed the pass to, but 2 Islanders converged on him and there was nowhere to go. And New York just flip it down the ice. 45 seconds left in the Sabres' first power play of this game. Beaulieu's pass to center, taken by Palm and Bill Kane on the left wing across the outer line. Beaulieu looks cross ice. Pass back here for Kane. Takes the quick shot from the dot, and Halak makes the stop. Matt Molson looking for the rebound. The Sabres and Key Bank are giving away a Sabres alumni bobblehead to fans in attendance for the game April 4th. And they want you to decide who it is. Visit sabres.com/fanschoice to submit your suggestion today.
Now, once again, the power play taking shots. Evander Kane right there getting an opportunity. And the good thing is he's hitting the net now. Too many times missing the net in the past, wasting a lot of time chasing the puck. He's hitting the net, getting himself a chance.
Ladd gets it, fires it down the ice. Power play with 15 seconds left in it. As Beaulieu starts from between the circles, past the left wing, taken by Kane. Cross ice, that goes off a stick, deflects high into the air, and Tipa knocks it down quickly to the side of the net, but a heads-up play by Adam Pelech for the Islanders. And he finds John Tavares, who gets it up towards center, and Ladd just slaps that puck the rest of the way down the ice. And the Islanders are back to even strength. 3 shots on goal on that power play. And the Sabres will look to find their way out now with 7.5 to go in the opening period. Tavares with the game's only goal so far. Minute 50 in. Sabres tip it deep in the Islanders zone. Below the goal line. Now up top, Scandella, left point. Looks, fires, that goes off a skate. Barzal, his pass up ahead to center. Nelson, Barzal down the left side. Nice little pass, almost got underneath to him. And Larson gets it back for the Sabres. Up the right wall to center. Barzal comes back. Solid position to pick that back up for New York. Boychuk off the boards, takes the hit as Larson came over. This is played in behind the Sabres goal. Tennyson. Griffith had to wait for that one high off the glass. Now a turnover as Nelson at the side of the Buffalo net, forced to the corner. Scandella takes it away, and now up the left wing, Larson to center. Buffalo needing a change. They'll get it now as it's sent deep into the Islanders zone. Mayfield and Leddy. Mayfield's pass up to center, taken by Tavares. Onto the wing, right side. Lee stops as he's marked by McCabe. Back to the line. Mayfield shot wide of the target. Islanders keep possession though. Hickey working with Tavares at the faceoff dot. Oh, what moves as Tavares tried to cut in. Finally, it's sent to the boards. As the Sabres are trying to keep New York at bay here. Now this rush by the top line, and Mayfield back in the Islanders zone. Trying to stretch the Sabres out a little bit. Puck bounces into the Buffalo zone. Battered away by Ristolainen, but not out. Knocked down by Tavares for Lee. In front, Eberle. Puck doesn't get to him. It's knocked down. Tavares at the line. Tried to dance his way through 3. Picked off by the Sabres, and Kane tried to go up the middle again, but this time the gap was not there. Here's Eichel over the Islander line. On his backhand along the left wing wall. He turns, looks back towards the point. Scandella off his skate, can't keep it in. And Tennyson backing up in support, snaps a pass up to center. Left wing shoot in by Evander Kane, who holds his left hand up into the air saying, "Coach, I need a break." And there he goes to the Buffalo bench with 5:10 to go in the opening period. Lennon gets to the Sabres line. Plays the puck in behind the net. Out comes Leonard to play it. 2 Islanders snip that puck out, but a good play just to get a piece of that below the goal line by Scandella, and then we get an interference call coming up here. I believe it's going against New York. When we come back, the Sabres will go to their second power play of the game, trailing 1-0.
58 left in this first period. Jason Chimera in the box. Interference right there. Stepping down on Jason Chimera, putting him into the wall, knocking him to the ice. I'm sorry, that's Scandella. And that's your penalty. The Sabres going on the power play for the second time here tonight.
Well, and while he was in the box, Chimera had a lengthy conversation with both Kelly Sutherland and Justin St. Pierre just to talk about what should he have done on that play. That was a close one. Sabres need to take advantage of these opportunities. Power play 2, Ristolainen hammers a shot, and that one comes off the inboards to Eichel, parked on the left wing hash marks. Familiar territory for Jack on the power play. Plays it back to Ristolainen. Ryan O'Reilly, top of the circle, left side, pass, Avery, rebound. Eichel gets it back in front again. Couple of hacks at it, traffic in front, then played back to an open point. And pass, Ristolainen and all the way down the ice. Sabres had 3 shots on goal in the first power play of this opening period. They trail at 1-0, and now with possession across the line, left side again, Catapozo. Down to the goal line, Ryan O'Reilly behind the net with it. Far corner, brought back up top where Eichel now sits at that right point. Now center of the zone high. Eichel slides it over, Ristolainen at the left faceoff dot. Now he'll drift back to the point here near side. Takes it to the middle of the zone. Eichel's off to his right. Heads it down to the corner. O'Reilly tried to feed it back to Jack at the point. Now Ristolainen jumps in. Eichel on his skate at the line, keeps it in. A little soccer style. Eichel makes a turn, fires a shot, and that rocket off the glass still hasn't come down. Now it's knocked down by the glove of Opozo, sent back to the line, and again beyond Ristolainen. 35 seconds left in the penalty to Chimera, and the Sabres have had their looks on these power plays, looking to strike. This is Beaulieu along the line. Gets it back, center of the zone. Slides it over to the far circle, quick shot, and that hits Matt Moulson in front, and right away the referee blows that one down for the former Islander and Sabre forward.
Yeah, as soon as that shot was taken, Matt instantly went down, but the good thing is there was no panic. He knew he was hit, he knew he was okay quickly, but the referee had blown the whistle precautionary, and it's a good thing. Right here, Tennyson steps in, takes the shot. He's got the clear lane, but he gets it way up high. As you see the puck come in, take Matt right in the side of the right side of the face. And he's going to have to come to the bench and be replaced.
You can see certainly closer than I, but it certainly looked up around the ear area too, which they, as you say, don't take any chances. And
no, but still, there's another shot that was going high, and it was going over the net. They got to get the shot down to give themselves a chance at a rebound, a second, third opportunity.
13 seconds to go in the power play as they gain the Islanders zone. The Sabres down the left wing wall. New York get it back again, and they'll send this one. It was off an Islander player on the bench, so the faceoff's going to come back in the New York zone with 5 seconds to go in the power play. We invite you to stay tuned during our first intermission for the season debut of Beyond Blue and Gold, Becoming Somebody with Jake McCabe.
He's a pretty interesting guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he does. He's a smart guy. Very interesting to talk to, so very interesting to see that blue and gold.
Very focused, very determined. Sometimes he has a look like he doesn't want to maybe have a conversation with you, but then once you break the ice,
he's like me, always grumpy.
Yeah, well, you look that way anyway. Yep. You're both nice guys. Here's a pass back to the line, and Tennyson shot blocker down, bounces up into the air again. And Chimera's out of the box, but the Sabres keep possession in the Islanders zone. Comes back to the point. Beaulieu left side. Tries to snap one through. That hits a leg. And up ice now, racing after Kuhlman. Out comes Leonard. And he plays that one in behind his own net to the far corner. Tennyson back to Beaulieu, and the Sabres back under control. Pass up to center. Right wing side, Larson. And advance. Picked off. Barzal. He's stripped of the puck. Larson comes back again. Backhanded in behind the Islander goal. Down comes Josephson, finishing the check. Griffith there as well for Buffalo. Larson again. Watched by Letty. Plays it back to the line. McCabe from Antipin. Puts it off the inboards. Trying to get that one off the boards out front. Josephson back to the point again. And its shot drifts down to the corner. McCabe pinching down. That means Griffith has to step back to the point to cover for him. McCabe gets back, and the Sabres with a good shift here, keeping the Islanders hemmed in their own zone. But now under 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Ryan O'Reilly backhands it down to Larson. Letty watching him below the goal line. Over comes O'Reilly. He falls down as he got to the puck, lost an edge. And now Bailey for the Islanders will flip it up ahead. To the Sabres line, and in comes Lee. Trying to lean in to buy some room. Drops it off. Bailey tries to cut in the slot, and he's cut off. At the pass there, as the Sabres had 3 between the circles to break that one up. Islanders pass ahead, knocked down. Here's a chance now, cutting in. Pass save. Oh, and Robin Leonard. Not once, but twice. Nelson, and then Beauvillier. Robbing the Islanders of a 2-0 lead for now. Sabres get it back again, but they just shovel it down the ice. And Mayfield and Hickey get possession. Reorchestrated here for the Islanders. This is Hosang from between the circles. He'll have to circle back as Pominville keeps watch on the young man, and now the pass up ahead. Beauvillier out of his skates. Stopped again by Pominville's chase before he got to center. It's time off the glass and out. Scandella takes his man Hosang. A little play. Tavares spins one down the left wing wall. Too far for Lee. And a whistle to stop play with 40.4 seconds to go.
Now Robin Lehner facing 8 saves or 8 shots to this point. And this one, point blank, second opportunity. Initial shot, he's able to get across. He's out squaring up to this one. The second one comes across. He has to reach out with a glove. But he gets his legs spread apart, trying to protect the bottom of the net, forcing him to try to get it up and over, and he's able to get his glove on the save.
Offensive zone draw here for Evander Kane. Puck goes to the wall. Islanders will bring it out. This is Hosang dancing to center and across the Buffalo line. A drop for Lee. As Hosang now out with Lee and Tavares. Pass into the slot, picked off, and McCabe will bring it up to center. Through the Islander logo, played off to the wing. Sent right on goal. Halak with a save. Rebound. Eichel tried to get it to the net. And that was taken away by Pelech. And the Islanders just trying to wait it out as they then send the puck right down onto Robin Lehner with 8 seconds to go in the period. 6 seconds to go as Ristolainen gets to his own blue line. Pass to Eichel at center with 1 second to go in the period, and that will do it. A little slash there on Eichel at the whistle by Eberle. And Jack didn't like that too much at the end of the period. But it's a 1-0 Islander lead after 20 minutes of play on the goal by John Tavares. The Documentelligence and Konica Minolta Intermission Report is coming up with the season debut of Beyond Blue and Gold, Becoming Somebody with Jake McCabe. Second period replays are brought to you by Geico, saving people money for over 75 years. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. Rob Ray down between the benches. Sir, what did you think of the pace of that first period, despite the 1-0 Islander lead?
Well, I think the Sabres have to continue to push the pace, get it up to where the Islanders are. The Islanders came out storming, and I don't think the Sabres are ready for it. They've got to match it here in the second period, and especially match the effort the Islanders are putting out in the offensive zone. The Sabres defensively having a ton of trouble.
Well, just to hear you say that might be of concern, because Phil Housley certainly told us before the game they knew, at least he knew, that the Islanders are going to come out with a burr in their saddle after the loss last night. They certainly did that. Sabres from left to right here in this second period. 11 shots on goal for the Sabres in that opening frame. As they try to get that shot total up, here's Ladd for the Islanders. First push into offensive territory for the Islanders in the clean ice. That's broken up by Buffalo. Ryan O'Reilly, pass too far for him. And that'll stop play. Razor's Edge brought to you by Losi and Ganji, workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys, working hard for hard-working Western New Yorkers.
I spoke to Chris Height between periods, and he said, hey, turnovers are hurting us. He says the transition game with the Islanders is fast. It's really affecting our game and getting us out of the flow. He said also the New York Islanders forecheck. The Sabres got to get back in the zone as a 5-man group and help out. Too many times the D are the only ones back there. The forwards got to get in position to help. And he says we got to start shooting more. Not shooting nearly enough. He thought in that first period they neglected to take opportunities that they had.
This is Pouliot deep into the forecheck. Mayfield finds Ladd out with Barzal and Josh Bailey. Barzal in over the line. He'll drop it back. Bailey's shot goes off the end boards as Robin Lehner took a look behind him, but he heard the thud and instead of hearing nothing. So that was good news. Buffalo changing as that puck is pushed into the Islanders' zone. Boychuk, long pass looking for Casey Cizikas. Then that goes awry. And a whistle.
Now that we talked about Chris Height, we might better introduce him to you. He is the new Sabres assistant coach the last 3 seasons. Was assistant coach for Manchester, which was the Los Angeles Kings farm team. 1996 Williamsville North graduate, and his responsibilities this year are going to be the defense and penalty killing.
Had a little stint with some hockey in Italy and also a brief stint in the Ontario Hockey League and as associate coach in the CHL as well. Islanders Beauvillier, turnover at center, down the left side, snatch a shot, pad save made, but kicked away by Robin Lehner. And a whistle and an interference call coming up.
And Jake McCabe is the guy that's arguing this one. But he's going to the box and going to give the Islanders the opportunity on the power play here. And as you heard, it's an interference call. And we'll take a look at it right in the center of the screen. Tying up his man as he's driving through to the net, just getting in his way. You can't get in front of him and not allow him to let him go where he needs to go.
Sabres able to send the puck down the ice and a bouncer on Halak. Letty being watched by Josephson out there to kill the start of this, along with Benoit Pouliot. And Scandella and Tennyson as well. Josephson at center. Along with Pouliot, they get the strip and they send the Islanders packing behind their net again. First power play for the New York Islanders, hence the first penalty kill for the Buffalo Sabres here on this night. Islanders gain the zone. Tavares in the lead down the left side. Lee trying to get it down to Tavares. That's broken up. Sabres able to chip it down the ice again. So a good start here. 45 seconds or so into this penalty kill by Buffalo. Letty to his own blue line. He'll drop it back. Hosang dances his way to center. Speed in across the Buffalo line. Down the left side. His backhand pass. Nelson drifting back to the far point. Lee in behind the net. Sends it around the boards. Sabres able to get to it and they clear it again. Great job of the kill, keeping the play to the outside. And Boychuk's got to go all the way back in behind his own net. 40 seconds left in this penalty kill for Buffalo. Drop back to Hosang again. He's got Bailey off to his left. Hosang to center. Going to carry, trying to get it to Bailey. Pass partially broken up. Now Nelson knocks it out of the air. No high stick play continues. But waist high as he knocked that one down. Clearing goes off a skate. And Leonard coming out to challenge Nelson on that shot that deflects up and out. Opening week is presented by the Dairy Queen Sweet and Smoky Honey Barbecue Glazed Chicken Strip Basket.
And I would bet RJ's sitting at home enjoying one at this moment. Well, we are working hard. And this is down low. Josh Bailey's going to try to make this play. The Islanders keep it alive. Down low. And Boyu's going to get an opportunity to turn and fire this down the ice. Not able to do it. You've got to make sure when you get a free chance to get the puck 200 feet, it's got to go on the penalty kill.
Tennyson and Scandella stay on the back end here with the defensive zone face-off by the Buffalo Sabres. As Eichel gets to the puck, sends it down the ice. 14 seconds left in the kill. And Kane and Eichel out there to try to kill the rest of this off. Islanders down the right side. Again with some speed as Hosang tries to get it to the side of the net. Battle in behind the net. Tavares can't knock it down. And now it'll be Kane to lift it up ahead of McCabe. Comes out of the box, watches that puck just bounce past him, and now Ladd down the left side. Into the Sabres zone. Leonard will steer it comfortably over to the left wing wall. And the puck bounces now deep into the Islanders zone. Islanders did not get a shot on goal on that power play. This is Ladd down the left side. Try to feed it inside. And that just drifts by everybody. Good play coverage-wise. Nikolai Kulemin, who is going in front of the net, as Antipin stayed with him. Pouliot along the boards in the heart around. Just blocking out his man. That puck goes into the Islanders zone. Eichel will go to the bench. And DeHaan will be forced to turn back by Pouliot inside the Islander line as we've now played 4 minutes in this second period. Sabres down the left wing wall. Ryan O'Reilly will tend it deep in behind the net. Down comes a Pozo on Halak, who came out to play the puck, and DeHaan's got some room to find Hickey in stride at center left wing. He'll fire it into the Buffalo zone. Rides the rail, settles in the far corner. Beaulieu backs into Beauvillier. Puck is turned over right in front. Sabres almost able to skate it out, but it takes a bounce, and Beauvillier's got it again. Trying to work away from Ristolainen. Back to Hickey. His shot at the point almost took the head of Beaulieu off. He ducked out of the way, and it went high off the glass. Hickey comes down from the left point. Over comes Nelson. Down to the goal line. Beauvillier looking out front. Still with it. Now plays it far circle. Shot stop. Crowd in front. Leonard down. Brenner's pulled over. He's lost his helmet and mask, and the play's going to be blown dead. And now in front of the net, we've got Everybody coming to the aid after that pushing and shoving on Robin Leonard. It's Rasmus Ristolainen first to have a word with Mayfield.
Now give Robin Leonard credit. He stayed with it. He continued to battle. And he got himself in that area where he was getting made contact with. He's taking a look right now, watching the replay. The Beaulieu down low, just battling in front. Everybody else kind of standing there, and you see over the far side, Mayfield is just going to push Ristolainen into the net as he comes right here, and he pushes him right in on top of Robin Leonard. And as Robin's head bounces back, the helmet falls off, and Ristolainen and Mayfield are going to the box.
Well, the good news is, as you said, because Robin's head, I don't know how hard it hit the ice, but anytime your head hits the ice like that, you have concern, and Robin's going to go to the bench for a moment here.
Now, I think you've got to hit Robin pretty hard in the head before it's going to affect him. Right here, he falls back. Let's see. He doesn't really hit his head on the ice. It's just the momentum coming back and the weight of the helmet slides off because they don't wear the chin strap to hold them on. They're made to slide off just in case anything bad happens.
So Mayfield gets 4 for roughing and Ristolainen 2. So the Sabres come out on the better end of that as far as we're about to go on a power play.
Well, Sabres 0 for 2 on the power play here tonight, generating 5 shots on the chances they've had. And it'd be really good if they could capitalize and try to settle things down a little bit here. Davis Payne at the end of the bench talking to his players, making sure they're all on the same page. And anytime you see a meeting on the bench, Davis Payne is probably going to be the one that's going to be controlling it. He's going to have the whiteboard out giving directions, and that is his main job. And you see now he just works his way down the bench. He's talking to Antipin and Tennyson to make sure they're on the same page as well.
So Robin's back between the pipes. He'll put that helmet and mask back on. Good to see that he's fine. And what'd you say, Rob? The head didn't hit the ice, but that net.
He's into that ultimate fighting there. He's used to that kind of thing.
Yeah, well,
he's tough.
He doesn't have to look far to find you if he wants a little warm-up.
Well, he's too big for me.
Draw to the right of Halak. He's seen 12 shots from the Sabres. You won't see one here as the puck goes down the ice. And Robin Leonard will lay it off. Beaulieu watched by Ladd. Bank for Oposo off the inboard. Cizikas down low. Referee gets in the way of Ryan O'Reilly, who tried to get to the puck. They have a little chat in the corner. Sabres now look to break out. Islanders, here's a turnover. Tavares, backhand, scores. Short-handed. 2-0 Islanders.
John Tavares second here. And it was just a bad play right here by Beaulieu. That's 2 lackadaisical. You got one of the best goal scorers in the game on the ice. You've got to be aware. And you serve it up to him on a platter, going in one-on-one in your goaltender that is just getting himself back together after being banged to the ice and losing his helmet. You can see Jack reach out there, try to get a piece from O'Reilly, tries to get a piece, but just not enough. Those mistakes can't happen. That's 2 shorthanded goals in 2 games.
Tavares with a pair, and this place is rocking. Sabres need to quiet it down. This guy can do it. Eichel's shot goes wide, goes all the way down the ice. Out the far side, Robin Leonard out to leave it. Beaulieu stays on the ice. He's got the puck now, and he'll start to break out this time, carrying right up the middle. Eichel looks off to his right, finds Reinhart. Pass in the slot, shot by Oposo, rebound. Beaulieu had a whack at it. Halak made the stop, and the Islanders get it out to center. Eichel back at his own blue line. Through the Islander logo and across the line, a pass to Reinhart. Back to Eichel. Went through his skates. Sam stays with it. Tried to play it back to the line. That's picked off by Ladd. Cizikas up ahead of him. He'll have a chance with a slapper. Scores.
I think this would be bit. I think he needs to get Robin Leonard an opportunity to regroup, settle himself down maybe, but he's talking to Davis Payne, maybe deciding whether he's going to do it or not. And he just notified to the referees that he is not going to call a timeout.
For Casey Cizikas, that's his 4th career shorthanded goal. A slapper down the wing. And the Sabres need to get the shovels out, as Rob said, and start digging back. Tennyson back inside his own zone. 25 seconds left in the Sabres power play that's been not good at all. And it's got this crowd about to blow the roof off this Barclays Center. Sabres back to the point. 5 seconds left in the man advantage. Pair of shorthanded goals. And the Islanders up 3-0. And they've killed it off. 7 minutes gone in the second. Here they come again. Scores! Bailey. And the Avalanche continues smothering the Sabres here in the second period.
Now, Josh Bailey's going to be the one to end up scoring this. And it's just as the pressure is going down the ice, the Islander gets the puck. And then Antipin, he does what he has to do. He can't chase. There's nobody back to help. He realizes that, so he peels off, goes to the front of the net, not sure where the other 4 guys on the ice were going or were. And Antipin did all he could do, and it was just him and Robin Leonard left back here. And they are making a goaltender change here, and Robin Leonard is going to the dressing room, and Chad Johnson is coming in.
Robin makes the long skate down the ice. And Chad Johnson back in a Buffalo Sabres uniform in to try and just make the next save and calm it down here. So 3 goals in 147. 2 shorthanded goals in 50 seconds. All of a sudden, the story of the game. And John Tavares, by the way, has a pair of goals on this night as well. This is Larson for Buffalo. Now McCabe looks up, trying to hit Griffith. That missed. And an icing call against Buffalo now.
Yeah, we talked about coming into this game what we were going to see from this team after a tough loss at home opening night. Got off to an okay start, but they just haven't had the jump and the effort level that the New York Islanders have had here since the start of this hockey game. And when things start going bad here, it's going to be interesting to see if they can push through it and work their way through it and start getting something positive to happen for them.
Islanders in the Buffalo zone again. Shot goes wide, glove side of Chad Johnson. Josephson against Lee down below the goal line.
New York Islanders, 4th goal.
Josephson down the ice. Now he pops back up. New York trying to cross it for Boychuk. He takes it off the boards, fans on the pass, and the Sabres will bring it back. Right wing to center comes Griffith. In over the Islander line. Little backhand feed, but Josephson tied up by Everly. Couldn't get his stick out in front. Now comes back to the line. Wrist the line in. No shot. Goes cross ice. Polio's shot, and that is tipped wide. Everly turns. Villiers will start back for the Islanders. A little chipping around the corner. Rasmus Ristolainen keeps it moving. Polio up ice quickly. Oposo just on the line. Ryan O'Reilly's shot, and he fires it wide. 16-14 the shots, but the Avalanche against the Sabres is not going to get any help here as a penalty's been called on the play. It is 4-0 Islanders here in the second in Brooklyn.
Talaposo in the box. And he's getting a holding call right there. As he was working the puck down low, Sabres beyond another kill. Islanders on their first power play 0 for 1, generated 0 shots.
No, but they got plenty of shots shorthanded, and that certainly is made up for it. And the Sabres will face Tavares in the face-off circle again. Tavares wins it back to the line for Leddy. He's got Eberle off to his left. Pass instead to the right. Now Eberle in the slot, can't knock it down. Tavares. Pouliot over there for Buffalo. Comes back to Leddy. High slot. Shot is blocked. Tavares lines, fires, and that one Johnson sees go off to his left after he got a piece of it. Now Leddy at the line. Tavares again. Near circle. Drops to Leddy. Quick pass to the far dot. Eberle in the slot. Fanned on it. Went underneath the stick, and Tavares now on the left boards. Cross ice again as they work it around. Oh, nice little move, and that deflects off the inboards as Matthew Barzal made a neat move to buy some room. Barzal now on the corner. Right wing hash marks. Sabres trying to keep it to the outside, and they do. Now Lee down at the low post. He's knocked down. Picking up the puck now is Scandella, and he's able to send it down the ice. And the Sabres will make a change to their penalty kill unit with 1 minute gone in the penalty to Kyle Okposo. Nelson to center. He'll take the left wing as it's offered to him. Ristolainen stays with him. At the hash marks, played back to the line. This is Hosang. He'll bring it down. Pull a little circle. Play it below the goal line. Puck bounces up through the air. Johnson stays with it. And it's banked off the boards and out. And down the ice. As Boychuk starts out from behind his own net. 30 seconds to go in this Islander power play. Nelson on the left wing again. Two Sabres converge on him. Boychuk follows up. He plays it behind the net. Polio's slapper. That will find some room. And it'll find the other end of the ice. Halak being watched by Eichel. Eichel steals the puck. He's got a man in front. Kane scores! Well, the Sabres get one back with a shorthanded goal of their own. And they're on the board in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's a start. And Evander Kane's going to capitalize here. Because what happens, the Sabres get in tight, they get in deep. Here's Jack Eichel forcing the goaltender. Goaltender makes a bad play. Jack's able to pick it off. Right here, he's just reading to see what's going to go on. A very bad fake by Halak. And Jack Eichel's able to pick it off in the quick pass to Evander Kane to tuck it into the net.
Oh, the Buffalo Sabres add to the shorthanded goal total on this night. They're on the wrong end of it, but they're on the board. What a wild night here in Brooklyn. That's 3 shorthanded goals, 2 for the Islanders. And for Kane, his 6th career shorthanded goal. Now the Islanders get it back again. Shot from the point.
Chad Johnson is down.
He can't, I don't know, is he hurt or?
There's
Chad Johnson just fell down to his right and stayed there. He's getting up now. Sabres trying to do the same. They're on the board, trailing 4-1.
In the second period, those young men you see in the crowd, that is the Junior Sabres, the 9U team. It's the youngest team in the Buffalo Junior Sabres organization. They're in Long Island this weekend competing in the NHL Cup against teams from Florida, Carolina, Pittsburgh, Detroit, New York, Philadelphia. And they are coached by Mr. Pat Fisher. And they went 2-0 today, Dan. And they're on fire. Maybe the Sabres should put a call and pull a couple of them down tonight.
Well, they'll certainly need their energy in the building now. As we look down at Chad Johnson, he's still down on the ice, but the good news is he's not injured. But I believe, Rob, the skate blade may have popped out a bit on him.
Yes, he did. It popped right out of the holder. And he just stayed on the ice, hoping the referee was going to make the call. Went over, and you see George Babcock, Dave Williams, trying to make sure that blade is into the holder properly. And George and Willie, they can fix anything. Vehicles, people, trucks, planes. And you see it right here. It takes 2 of them, but they get the job done. And no regard for the sharp blades on your bare hands, George. Just squeeze that blade in place and get this game on.
All right, all set to go. With the draw to the right of Johnson. With the new blade and all. Shot doesn't get through this time. Eichel. Play that puck ahead. It'll bounce. Leddy. Seeing the company of Evander Kane close by, quickly plays it. Boychuk back to Leddy again. He'll get to the Buffalo line and in on the left side. Johnson, another stick on it behind the net. Now gets between the pipes as the Islanders look to go to work down low. Chimera gives the puck away. Now Pominville will just tip it up the wing and into the Islanders zone. Boychuk watched by Kane right in front of the net. The drop for Beauvillier. Now Leddy from the corner. Sabres need a shift where they get that forecheck working and hem the Islanders in their own zone a little bit. Reinhart with the shoot in to see if they can't get this started now. Here's a centering pass in front, comes back to Ristolainen. At the dot, takes the shot. Halak wasn't sure where it was, but he hangs on.
Well, our New York lottery inside the numbers. There are 21 first-round picks playing tonight. 12 on the Islanders side and 9 with the Sabres side. And if you added in the coaching staff on both teams, there's probably 5 or 6 more first-rounders involved in this game.
Reinhart against Tavares. Sam's waved out. Griffith will step in. Larson is on the line as well. Sabres had possession on the draw. They get it back again. Good battle. Now Larson below the goal line, working on DeHaan. He can't move it. Reinhart after it, putting some pressure on Adam Pelech. Griffith chasing after the puck into the corner. Around the wall, went back to the line with it, but nobody was there, and Larson going to race all the way back under watch of Eberle and Tavares. Neatly around those two dangerous players, the Sabres make it up to center. Right wing and slapped in by Ristolainen. Eberle, DeHaan, short pass ahead of him, and DeHaan will bring it up to the Buffalo line and just flip it softly off the glass down to the corner. Lee after it. Polio gets there first. Larson as well, but Eberle has the loose puck in the far corner. Tavares trying to twist and turn away from Polio. Gets it back to the line, and Mayfield shot. He's up and out of play.
Now that shot from Mayfield right in line with me here. And it was a floater. The puck was rolling and it was floating. And Chad Johnson got his glove up to make the save, and it just hit the top of his glove and then deflected up and over the glass. Those are very difficult to judge when they're floating like that. You see right here, it comes back, and that puck just floated all the way in and dropped just as it got to the net. Chad Johnson does a nice job staying with it.
Mayfield scored his first NHL goal against the Buffalo Sabres last April. This is Hickey now for the Islanders. Shy of center, Molson knocking that one down. Sending Nelson back into his own zone. Chimera left wing to center. He'll shoot it in. Takes a bump from Molson. Here's a puck that took a Islander bounce off the boards and in the slot. Almost a great opportunity there for Nikolai Kulemin. Josephson back the other way with a shot that Halak steers away with a pad stop. Now McCabe for Pouliot and Molson. Hickey on his hip. Played behind the net. Chimera takes his man Josephson. Pouliot back to the point. Shot knocked down in front, and then the shot by Molson never did get to the net, and Nelson has it back for the Islanders. Molson stays deep in the forecheck. Now along to send to Sturgenson's parked in front of Halak. Islanders make their way to the Buffalo line. This is Nelson. Down the right side, tried to backhand one through. That's knocked down by Antipin. And the Sabres get it up to Girgenson's shy of center. Can't get a stick on it, but off his skate and back into the Islanders zone. Barzal over the line left side. Takes the shot, and that deflects up instead of directly past Chad Johnson, and he gloves it for the save. Mo's Hot Player Evander Kane is scored tonight. You visit Sabres.com/Mo's Hot Players for a 25% coupon for Mo's tomorrow.
Now the Sabres in a situation right now with 6:10 left in this second period. I would imagine the message would be, okay, what's happened has happened. Let's get back to work. Let's start working on things that we're supposed to do coming into this game that we haven't got to yet. And just try to make things happen, start happening quick, and try to get some kind of momentum going.
Next step, cut the lead in half, get the Islanders thinking about it a little bit. Beauvillier to take the draw for New York in the Buffalo zone against Eichel. Scramble off the draw. Beauvillier takes a high stick, and right away, Jack with the arms up. Saying, I didn't notice it, didn't mean it. but there's the evidence.
Now it almost looked like one of your soccer players there, Dan. And he's trying to sell it here that he's got some kind of a cut on him. I don't think the referees are buying it. It's just a battle off the draw. And right there, the stick just touches the front of him. And what? Sazika's stick behind Jack, number 53, lifts the stick up of Jack Eichel as he's trying for the puck. Right there, he lifts it up and he knocks Jack Eichel's stick right into his face and down.
6:05 to go in the second. Penalty kill going to work again for Buffalo. Leddy off the draw at the point. Sends it cross ice down to the far post. Chad Johnson mindful of that one now as it comes up top for Tavares. He's pressured right away. Tavares can't get the pass across. It's outside the line. Short-handed rush. Here come the Sabres. Pouliot sends the pass across. It bounces in front. Josephson with a whack at it. Halak keeps it out with the pad, and Leddy comes back for the Islanders. Almost had our fourth short-handed goal of the night. This is Leddy down the left side. Barzal sends it to open point. And the Sabres this time after the last rush opt just to slap that one down the ice. Tavares pressured again, this time Larson. Forcing Tavares back between the circles. Now a pass ahead picked off by Ristolainen. He's going to flip it ahead. Race for the puck. Down comes Girgensons. He's forced to the corner. Wojciech watching him. Now Nelson. He carries to the blue line and a pass up to center. Hosang on the right side. In across the line. His pass to an open point. That's picked off and chipped to the line, but not out. Now it's outside the zone. And Nelson sends it back to Hosang. 50 seconds to go in this Islander power play. And the Sabres penalty kill has been spot on here once again. Kane out there now. He steals the puck. Kane turns. Got a man going to the net. O'Reilly off the post. Crossbar and up. The puck stays in play. Here's Kane driving, firing just wide. Kane scores! Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? The fourth shorthanded goal of the game, and the Sabres have cut the lead in half. It's 4-2 Islanders.
Just some good work down low. Good pressure, feet moving and staying with the puck. Evander Kane right here, hitting Ryan O'Reilly. This one goes off the crossbar. It pops way up in the air. Kane's all over it. He realized where it is. He's going to come up with it again, take his first shot, and follow the puck around as Alat's looking for it, not understanding where it is. Kane taps it in on the backhand. And right there's the O'Reilly one off the crossbar. You see how high it goes? Evander Kane's got a beat on it from the post, stays with it, creates a chance, stays with the puck. Bad effort by Halak, recovering, trying to find the puck, and he tucks it in.
Evander Kane with back-to-back shorthanded goals, 7 for his career. Sabres turn it over in front, and the shot by Kuhlman. Johnson stayed with it, forces it wide. Here's DeHaan with a shot, and that deflects high off the glass. 7 seconds to go in the penalty kill. Pouliot's able to get that puck down the ice. And that'll do it. As back out of the penalty box comes Jack Eichel. And the Sabres are right back in this thing. Eberle trying to tip it ahead for Kuhlman. Kuhlman met by Eichel. Eberle follows up down the right wing wall. Sabres get it to the line, but not out. Comes right in front of the net. Sabres get it back. Pominville tips it ahead. Eichel gets behind, takes the shot, and Halak bobbled it for a moment, but then hangs on. Oh boy, 3:44 to go in the second. The Islanders were in control, but Evander Kane with a pair of shorthanded goals has the Sabres in it, down 4-2. 20 years around the corner or around the world, Speed Global Services delivers.
Well, there was 4 hat tricks in the season opening games. Connor McDavid, Wayne Simmons, Alex Ovechkin, and Brandon Saad all got hat tricks in the opening night. And only second time in NHL history. 4 hat tricks in a season opening game back to 1917-18, and that was the first night of play in league history. And so far tonight, Obi's got 1, and we're sitting here in Long Island. Evander Kane's got 2 goals, and John Tavares has 2. So is scoring up
so far. And let's see if the Buffalo Sabres can keep it going up in the right direction. As Eichel on the ice again with Kane and Pominville. Hickey gets it back for the Islanders. Tavares went for his spill, so it's dumped into the Buffalo zone. Ristolainen back after it. Plays it away from Lee. And now Pominville. Kane trying to tip it ahead for Eichel. That's picked up. And DeHaan backing up along with Hickey. He takes the pass and finds Tavares left wing to center. He'll shoot one into the Buffalo zone far corner. Beaulieu softly off the boards, and that allows the Islanders to keep it in that far corner. Lee sends it back to the point. Shot goes wide of the goal. And as Pellick sent that one down to the corner. Now Lee below the goal line. Backhand pass in front, intended for Tavares, and that splits the Islander D. And Kane and Pominville will go to the bench. 2:45 to go in the second period. Reinhart, good puck support, gets it back again. Now he'll join the rush as Griffith sends it down in behind the net. Larson after. He's got Reinhart to the side of the net. Larson back to the line. McCabe shot with traffic in front, deflected wide. Larson on it. Below the goal line. Now it's Bailey who gets it back for the Islanders, and DeHaan takes a look down the right side. Barzal down in the far corner. And Tiefman meets him. Pins him against the boards below the goal line. Loose puck picked up by Larson. His pass across. Griffith careful to keep possession. Lifts that one deep into the Islanders zone. Buffalo changing with 2 minutes to go in the second period. Fresh legs out there now. Molson along with Josephson. And Pouliot comes over the boards as the Islanders lift it deep in the Sabres zone again. Barzal can't get there. Nicely played off the boards and now up the right wing. But Leddy backtracking for the Islanders gets it back and shoots it right back into the Buffalo zone. No icing on the play as Nelson gets back there for the Islanders. Against Tennyson. Nelson continues to chase after it. Over comes Pouliot. And Pouliot got a piece of Nelson there, and Nelson didn't like it as they come back up ice together. And Nelson still wants Pouliot's attention. Meanwhile, Scandella's backhand is stopped by Halak. Chimera sends one up the wing, and Nelson runs over his man. That's McCabe. I don't know if he touched the puck or not. Pouliot. As Nelson comes over to pay a visit again. Meanwhile, the Sabres with an errant pass with 1:07 to go in the second. And that results in an icing call. Opening week presented by the Dairy Queen Sweet Smoky Honey Barbecue Glazed Chicken Strip Basket.
Well, this game is starting to get physical. Big hits on both sides. Here's Pouliot stepping down on Nielsen here. And he goes to the ice. Once again, here's Pouliot getting a piece of Nielsen. Down he goes. And here's the next one. Nielsen's going to get one of his own, running over Jake McCabe right in front of his bench.
Here's Hickey back at the point. His shot goes wide. Minute to go in the second period. Sabres trail at 4-2. Hickey, top of the circle. Shot goes off the skate. Islanders keep possession. This is Tavares who'll bring it back to the blue line. Feed it down for Eberle, who comes to meet the pass. Pass from Mayfield intended for Tavares, who now has it in the corner left wing side, being watched by Ryan O'Reilly. Tavares backhand pass in front all the way across to Mayfield, who's down to the right corner. Now in behind the Sabres net. Tavares right in front of him. Lifts the leg. Lets it go back to Hickey. Hickey cross ice for Eberle down the right side. 25 seconds. Eberle drives in. Backhand. Johnson holds his ground and makes the stop.
Ted Johnson's looked good after coming in relief of Robin Leonard. Here's Eberle working the puck down low, hanging onto it. Ryan O'Reilly not able to tie him up. He gets to the front of the net on the backhand. Ryan just stopped moving his feet. I think he kept moving his feet. He might be able to get a step up on him and tie him up a little bit, but he allowed Eberle to get to the front. Chad Johnson stays right with that puck, makes the nice save and doesn't leave the rebound.
Sabres fighting back into this, now down 4-2 after the Islanders jumped out to that 4-0 lead. So you could call this a big offensive zone draw for the Islanders. A big defensive draw for the Sabres. Sabres able to get that puck down the ice. DeHaan backing up, being watched by Kyle Opozo. DeHaan snaps a pass to center where Ladd will tip that one past. Johnson takes a look, and no chances, I might add, with 4 seconds to go. He covers.
If there's any chance either coach would tell his team between periods, hey, continue to take some penalties. Nothing for nothing. We're having good success killing penalties here tonight, generating shorthanded goals. I would think both coaches, when they go in, are not going to be really happy with the way their teams are out here. I know the Islanders got some offensive output here, but they started getting sloppy near the end of this period. Sabres were sloppy to begin with. They got a little light from Evander Kane with the shorthanded goals, but they still got a long ways to go.
Well, they always say the games that are most exciting for the fans are the ones that give the coaches the biggest headaches. So it's been wide open at times here tonight. Face off in the Buffalo zone. Puck below the goal line. Cizikas banging with Ristolainen, who gives Casey an extra shot. And that's one of Casey's jobs, get under your skin. The Islander forward as Evander Kane looks back. And Evander Kane joining a very elite group of Buffalo players who have scored a couple of shorthanded goals in one game. And we'll get to that a little bit later on as we continue to tell our story on this night.
Now the Sabres, they've dug themselves a hole, but they are battling their way out. They got 20 minutes to go, regroup here in the second intermission, and leave everything you got here on the line in this third period.
Islanders blew it open, and you thought it was a runaway train as John Tavares scored a pair. The shorthanded goals started to come, and Evander Kane with a pair of shorties. Details coming up on the Northtown Automotive Intermission Report next.
Yancey's Fancy, New York's artisan cheese, the official cheese of the Buffalo Sabres.
Both teams are 0 for 3 on the power play so far tonight, but both have a pair of shorthanded goals. Buffalo delivering 2 goals on 5 shorthanded shots. The Islanders 2 on 3 shorthanded shots. We'll see what happens in the third.
Thanks for watching the Sabres Intermission Report, presented by Northtown Automotive. That's sales, service, and selection to the nth degree. That's Northtown. And by GMC. Live like a pro.
Islanders 4, Buffalo 2, and the scoring looked like this. John Tavares, his second of the game. That was shorthanded, 5:13 into the second, followed by another shorthanded goal. Casey Cizikas is able to score off the post and in. It was all part of an Islander onslaught. And then, thankfully, Evander Kane was able to answer with a pair. 4-2 right now as we head to Dan and Razor for the third.
Outlets. Sabres right to left here in the third period. In Brooklyn, trailing 4-2. After the Islanders jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Jack Eichel out there right now with Pominville and Kane as the Islanders send it deep into the Buffalo zone and a bouncing puck. Johnson watching now over his left shoulder. Eberle tries to get it to the front of the net. Gets it there and it's cleared away. Now back to the line for Mayfield. He feeds Eberle coming up the wall. Watched by Beaulieu. Now behind the net, Ristolainen. Chased down by Lee. He's bumped to the boards. Hickey picks up the puck, just sends it below the Sabres goal line, then backs out. That allows Beaulieu some time and space, but he sends it back behind the net, and Ristolainen can't handle the pass. Kane comes down to help out. Takes a hit from Lee. While the puck is picked up by Eichel, he'll carry through center. In across the Islanders line, now Eichel with a shot, and that deflects harmlessly behind the net. And Jack will turn and end shift number 1 for this third period and go to the Buffalo bench. Islanders play it ahead, and offside goes Bailey down the right side. Well, a number of shorthanded goals in this game. If you just joined us, that man has a pair of them. 4 shorthanded goals in a game, ties an NHL record. Now, it's been done several times. The last time it was accomplished back in 2000, Florida at Ottawa.
Hey, you always get a chance to make history. Why don't you give one up more or get one yourself?
Ryan O'Reilly wins the draw. Scandella. Tennyson looking for his man up the wing in Calipozzo. That doesn't work. Sabres turn it over again. Scandella puts it right on the stick of Barzal, who drives it on the backhand. Johnson stayed with it, and Gergenson's took a hit along the glass there, had to get himself straightened back out. There's a shot from the point, stopped by Johnson. Islanders keeping Buffalo in their own zone. Boychuk reaching for it. His backhander doesn't get through. Ladd skates over, has to retreat back to center, but does keep possession for the Islanders, who shoot it right back in behind the Sabres goal. Buffalo and the Islanders getting a change in here. Not yet 2 minutes into this third period. Sabres down a pair. On the attack they come. Reinhart carrying the mail down the left side. Forced down below the goal line. Now the side of the net. Backs out. And that puck is lifted out to center. This is McCabe. Tried to play it ahead. Got to shortchange that pass a little bit. Now DeHaan from Halak as Hosang comes back for the Islanders. Puck bounces just inside the New York line of DeHaan, finding his partner Pelech. And on comes Beauvillier. In the low slot, pushed to the ice. Good numbers by the Sabres in front of their own net. But the transition does not get past center. And McCabe is sent back behind his net once again. Josephson down the right side. He'll lift it into the Islanders zone. Hickey back after it. He gets there first. His backhand pass up the wall, trying to get to Kulemin. Nikolai sends it down the left wing side. Chimera now cuts in with a shot, and Johnson makes the save. Chimera down to the corner here on the right side. Battling for the puck, along with Brock Nelson. Now Ristolainen. Trouble with that puck up the wall a little bit, then snaps a pass from Molson on the left wing. Molson takes a fall just inside the Islanders line. And it's sent back into the Buffalo zone. Eichel on the ice. He wants the puck. Almost took it away from Ristolainen. And Eichel carries up in over the Islander line. Drops it at the blue line, but he dropped it offside to Pominville. You can hear Sabres color analyst Rob Ray all this season on WGR, taking you inside the Sabre locker room and giving you a player's view. And he joins Chopin Bulldog game days at 4 on the home of the Buffalo Sabres, WGR Sports Radio 550.
Game days during the week, but not Monday because it's a holiday and it's an afternoon game. There's a lot of stipulations.
Yeah, it's a complicated contract you have there.
Unbelievable.
This is Scandella on the Islanders side of center off the draw, trying to get it down the left wing wall. Can't. Get some help though. Good puck support here by Jack Eichel. Tried to backhand it in over the Islander line. Play against the boards. Kane can't get to it. And the Islanders will play it up ahead to Lee left side. He'll tap it in behind the Buffalo net. Johnson there to play it. Eichel's pass for Kane a little bit too far up the left wing side. And the Islanders get it back again. Leddy, cross ice. Eberle out of his skates on the right side. He's hit to the boards. Overcame Scandella to close the door there. Tavares trying to come out of the corner for Eberle. That's picked off, and Kane. Eichel on the left side takes the pass. Nice little cross ice feed, but again offside at the Islander line.
Well, if I was Phil Housley in this position, I would give a healthy dose of the O'Reilly line and the Kane-Eichel line here in this third period, just trying to get themselves going. Get them out there, trying to get them in some work, trying to get them into a flow, trying to get some good things happening amongst them so they can carry something out of this game.
A lot of talk about getting the puck in behind the opposing team's D. Zemgus Girgenssen's out there right now. That's right into his wheelhouse, and there he goes after this one on the shoot-in. Halak to play it away from him. Down comes Ryan O'Reilly. Girgensson has it behind the net. Instead of playing it out front, he opted to send it back to the corner, and the Islanders get it back again. This is DeHaan. He'll lift a high one up and down the ice. It bounces past McCabe. Takes a look. Sees Bailey coming. Now he makes a turn. McCabe does. Up the wall near side. Girgenssen's there to try to help out. Up ahead to O'Reilly. Just to reach for that one at the Islander line. Following up, Zemgus can't get it. And it's picked up by Barzal. The 20-year-old will carry in over the Buffalo line. Left wing side. Islanders changing. And the Sabres get the puck back again. Jake McCabe with Ladd bearing down on him. Plays it in behind the net. Antipin up the right side. And Oposo will get to center, then dump it deep into the Islanders zone. Sabres changing it up with 14:57 to go in the third. Still down by a pair, trailing 4-2. Look out, little speed wobble there. Hickey tried to carry it up ice. Sabres couldn't take advantage of that in the moment. Now back up through the middle. Casey Cizikas has a man on the right and offside at the blue line.
Another healthy link. This date in history, October 7th, 2000, Paco Alvarado scored 2 goals. And Stu Barnes added a goal and 2 assists in a Buffalo 5-3 win over the Los Angeles Kings. And I would bet at the end of that game, Paco Alvarado was mad at somebody because they didn't set him up for the third one. He was the happiest man I think I've ever played with.
Draw just outside the Sabres line. Trying to go straight ahead with it. And against the boards, up the right side. Reinhart will play it back. Ristolainen and Beaulieu. Back to Ristolainen. It hops away from him. After it is Hosang. He's got a man in front. Johnson the save. Rebound. Tipped wide. Casey Cizikas right in front of Johnson. It's back to the line for Leddy. Johnson save. Rebound. They score. And that fifth goal, you didn't want to give up on this particular night. If you're a Buffalo Sabre, extends the lead to 3.
Yeah, you're right. This is a tough one to give up. You got yourself back within 2. You gave yourself a chance. Now you just dug yourself a bigger hole. It's just the Islanders once again using their speed, creating chances from it. Shot's going to come from the point. No forwards out there. And when the shot gets through, Beaulieu not able to connect his man and tie him up. He's out a little too high. He's got to look over his shoulder, realize what's below him. Got to see that Islander standing there, turn, get to him, tie him up, and allow Chad Johnson to play the shot coming through. Don't go out and try to block it in that area.
Beauvillier, a 20-year-old product of Quebec League. He had 9 goals last year. Gets his first here. And it's a big one, the way this game was going. Islanders back in the attack again. Chimera down deep in the Buffalo zone. And the net's been knocked off over at the far post. And we get a whistle to stop play.
Yeah, it just seems like too many times here tonight when the Islanders have got their feet going and rotating the puck down low, Sabres have caught themselves standing watching a little bit. Instead of just closing things down, shutting it down, and even early in the game, they went into that defensive posture in the middle of the ice and just kept everything outside. They're under control. But the more the Islanders did it, they've been able to break it down, and the Sabres start chasing. And then you see guys got all over the ice and not picking up their man properly.
7 goals here, 7 goals between the Canadiens and the Capitals, the 6-1 Capitals in that game, and Ovechkin has 4 of them. You mentioned earlier, the goals are coming fast and furious to start this NHL season.
Well, and that's what everybody wants to see, they say. And it's good to see that finally guys are able to figure it out, score some goals. There's a lot of very, very talented guys in the NHL. A lot of young, talented guys, too, which is really nice.
Off the draw in the Sabres zone. Puck bounces. Initial clearing attempt by Kane went off his skate. And now Eichel first into the forecheck, along with Kane, who keeps it in at the line. Eichel knocked down as he tried to play it to Pominville, who was the last man in on the rush. Tennyson stands his man Chimera up at the bench right in front of Rob, as a matter of fact. Now the Sabres will bring it up ice. To the blue line, Scandella up to center. Kane backhands it in over the line, but not deep. And Buffalo will have to try it again. Pominville, end of a shift. Off to the bench goes Eichel. Pominville follows him. Kane stays out there, and now he'll make the trek to the bench as the Islanders send the puck down the ice. Lee after it, and Antipin watching him. Tavares turns off the far boards with it. On his backhand, to the blue line, turns to his forehand, sends a pass down here to the corner, centering pass, looking for Lee. That one didn't connect as Pelech was wide open along the goal line, just looking for somebody in front. Now it's Everly down the right side. He lifts that one around Antipin and chases it after it. Antipin gets some help from McCabe, and now Pouliot will lift one up towards center, where Molson tries to settle it down. He does. Pouliot takes charge. He tries to drive through the defense. Now it comes to Antipin at the blue line. Fans on the shot the first time. Keeps possession all behind the net, finding Matt Molson with a pass. Playing to the far corner up top. Here's a shot from Beaulieu. Antipin's shot pops up into the air. Pouliot trying to knock it down, and it's taken away by Tavares. Flipped up ahead to center. Antipin knocks it down. Tavares watching him. That puck gets loose in your skates, and 91 hanging around. He's like a shark smelling blood. He's got 2 tonight. Part of this Islander 5-2 lead. Vander Kane with both goals for Buffalo, both shorthanded. Robin Leonard started this game. Chad Johnson taking over in the second. A big hit behind the net. As Barzal on Zemgus Girgensons. Good clean hit behind the net. Girgensons gets right back up. He carries through center. Lost the puck as he tried to pass it off to the wing. And we get a whistle with 11:42 to go. The United States and Canada take their hockey rivalry outdoors to New Era Field on December 29th. And don't miss the first ever outdoor game in World Junior Championship history. Learn more or buy your tickets at BuffaloWorldJuniors.com. And that will be an unbelievable setting. I've had the chance to call a number of those World Junior matchups between these two countries, and to have it at New Era is a once in a lifetime. So get your tickets, and you'll remember that one for a long time, folks. Islanders bring 4 to center, only 2 Sabres back. Played off onto the wing now as Hickey joins the rush. Ladd is up there as well. Barzal, it's played beyond him. That allows Kane some space. He's got Eichel with him and Pominville as well. Eichel takes a pass to the right. Back to Kane for the deflection, just wide. And it's too far for Pominville to get his stick on as he was coming down that left side. (28-22) shots in favor of the Islanders. But right now, a 3-goal lead on Buffalo, and the Sabres have to go back again. Larson. This game plan of the Islanders, it's almost exactly what the Sabres want to do. Same thing, get it in behind the D, get the forecheck to work, and get some zone time going. But Islanders have had the better of it tonight. Here's McCabe trying to center. Goes off the stick of Reinhart and wide. Beauvillier makes the quick turn. Short pass ahead, and the Islanders are on their way to the Buffalo line. It's chipped in, and Tiepin will send it back out towards center. Here's a play onto the wing. Across the line is Reinhart. His pass. Sent cross ice. Griffith trying to tip it back. Reinhart has it, top of the far circle. Griffith below the goal line. Brings it around the near side. Lays it down for McCabe, who's come down low. Reinhart down in the corner to help him out. Puck bounces around. Hosang there for the Islanders. Griffith got a piece of it to keep it down in the corner. And Hosang gets it back again. Up ahead to Beauvillier at center. Hosang overskates the play and touched by Nelson offside. 9:55 to go in the third. The Sabres need 3 to tie it, trailing 5-2 in Brooklyn.
See professional analytics. Shots by the Sabres, 22, 40 attempted, and 19 from the slot. The Islanders, 28 shots, 46 attempted, and 14 from the slot.
It's a busy night in the NHL, and it's been a wild one, and this game has been no different. Short-handed goals have been the story, no doubt. First road game of the season for the Buffalo Sabres. They'll come home for one against New Jersey on Monday, and then the road trip out in California, head off to Las Vegas. So your first 3 games against the conference opponents. Josephson in behind the Islander net now for Griffith. Josephson below the goal line. In the corner with it back to Beaulieu. He'll just send it back down low. This is Molson getting his first game into the season tonight. After sitting out the opener, Nolan not in the lineup for Buffalo. Centering pass, nobody there for the Sabres. Molson sends it back to the line. Beaulieu sends it around. Off the corner in behind the net. Gahan takes a hit. Islanders will skate it up to center with 9 minutes to go in the third period. And that's set in behind the Sabres net. Beaulieu picks it up, sends it up ahead on the left wing side. Girgensons has a man with him. Opozo going to the net. Zemgus gets it across ice where it's taken by Ryan O'Reilly. His backhand comes right back to him. He'll send it back to the line. There's a shot that's wide of the goal off the stick of Matt Tennyson. Out there again with Scandella manning the point. Scandella has it, takes the shot. That's high, glove side, missed the net. Now bouncing puck to the far face-off dot. Sabres try to knock it down. Eberle does. Finds Tavares on the left side, back to Eberle, one man back, Scandella. Eberle skates right into him, turns with it, plays it back. Tavares well marked that time as he came back. He had company in the form of Cal Opozo. He probably knows better than everyone where John Tavares is going to be on the ice. Islanders lift it in, Lee chasing after it. Scandella takes a look over his shoulder, plays it now to Tennyson below the goal line. Tipped up ahead. Sabres trying to generate some speed. Pominville up to the blue line before it's tipped off his stick and offside on the play. 7:52 to go in period number 3. The Islanders lead it 5-2. The third period as we look at our Toyota big save. Robin Leonard having a strong game early. Watch this. Back-to-back stops as Nelson carries and Beauvillier. Right there he gets the glove on it. Robin Leonard with our Toyota Big Save, brought to you by the all-new 2018 Toyota Camry. Toyota, let's go places. Face-off ahead of the Islander line. And the Sabres running out of time here to get this comeback going once again. A long shoot-in stop by.
Well, when you want to look at the Islanders bench here, there is some pretty heavy hitters over there. Doug Waite is the head coach. His assistant coach, Luke Richardson, Kelly Buchberger, Scott Gomez, goaltending coach, Freddie Brathwaite. If you total all the games played together of all those gentlemen, it's 5,170 regular season games.
That's a one-game paycheck for you. That's
unbelievable.
Ironic that it adds up to that. Islanders with Beauvillier out of the left wing corner of the Sabres zone. Kuhlman behind the net now. Facing the glass, leaves it for Cizikas. He turns and fires. Cizikas with one of those shorthanded goals tonight, one of 4 that have been scored in the evening. Cross-ice pass. Islanders keeping the pressure on. Quick shot, and Johnson got a piece of that one right in front of the net. The Islanders tip it again, and it's deflected over to the side boards where Eichel helps get it ahead to Kane. On the left side, Kane bursting down the wing, takes the shot. That one is stopped by Halak, and that's the Sabres' first shot of this period. With 7:02 remaining in the third, that shot was registered. So we'll see if Buffalo can't build off that. Back to the line. Shots on goal. That one is stopped in the slot and dropped for Pominville. He can't pull the trigger either. It's deflected off with his stick. And he'll go to the bench now as Buffalo sent back to their own blue line. Sent into the Islanders zone. Halak up ahead of that goal line to play the puck. That was close, but he was up above the line. Now Larson in behind the net. Brings it to the corner, left wing side. Stick broke on Beaulieu as he takes the shot. Tries to get back, takes his man out of the play smartly in Bailey, and then goes to the bench. Heads up play. Islanders though stay on the attack. This is Barzal dancing around. Pelech takes the drop at the right point. Plays it down the boards. Bailey back up top. Pelech holds the shot. Bailey, top of the right circle, can't get it through. That's blocked. He's knocked to the ice, and Scandella's going to carry. He'll send a pass ahead, knocked down by Griffith. No high stick. Calvin DeHaan takes him to the boards. Griffith stays with it. Nice pass back to the line. Tennyson shot. Traffic in front, and Halak reaching back, but it goes in behind the net. And now Ladd for the Islanders up the left wing to center ice. His shooting is deflected up and out of play with 5:40 to go in the third. So Evander Kane gets the first shot on net in the third for the Buffalo Sabres, who still trail it 5-2 in Brooklyn. Version of the game, and this is almost a double shot for you. Pouliot comes in on Nelson. Nelson didn't like that, so he finds a target coming back. It won't be Pouliot, but watch out. Heads up. Jake McCabe sent to the ice by Nelson to finish off a doubleheader for you. Make the right decision. Insist on Karuba Collision, the official collision repair centers of the Buffalo Sabres. Nelson out there now. Helps win the draw, and it'll be fired in by Mayfield of the Buffalo zone. Tennyson on his backhand. Josephson over to support. Tennyson slaps it ahead. Kuhlman gets there first, but onto the stick of Josephson. And he'll start it up for Buffalo over center. Following up on the play, Tennyson. Off to the wing, Mayfield knocks his man Pouliot down to the ice. Now Hickey back after it. Josephson chasing after him. Down comes Pouliot, and he had Hickey in his sights. He missed the hit, and a high stick, I believe, making contact, and hence we get the whistle.
Now we just showed you Doug Waite's assistant coaches and the number of games. Well, since Doug Waite's taken over this hockey team, the New York Islanders are 24-13-4 while Doug's been in control. So a pretty good response by his team for the new coach of Mr. Doug Waite.
He looks like a guy I wouldn't want to have get upset at me.
Oh no, he's not nasty. He's actually a really, really good guy.
Well, he had that right look there. I think he'd want that right now.
He's just getting old.
He's not happy about it. Islanders start the breakout with DeHaan and Everly up the right side into the Buffalo zone. And Tiepin. Ryan O'Reilly trying to get to it. Kept in at the line by the Islanders. This is Adam Pelech. In the slot, looking for the deflection, bouncing puck. Taken by Oposo. Ryan O'Reilly takes the pass from him on the right. And O'Reilly's had himself a pretty good night at the faceoff circle tonight, but they need 3 goals in a hurry, these Sabres, to tie the game up. They trail it 5-2. There's Pelech in the corner under pressure. Plays it off to DeHaan, and he snaps a pass ahead. Lee was knocked to the ice. Islanders changing, so McCabe, seeing that, pushes quickly up the wing along with Eichel, who takes the pass. Eichel's pass, back door, goes to the sideboards. Now it's played back to the line. Beaulieu. Side of the net, Pominville now behind the cage. Watched by Boychuk. Eichel below the goal line, left wing corner. Up top to Beaulieu. Pass goes cross ice, Ristolainen shots it, and just wide. Eichel shakes his man off, gets the puck in front. Kane has it go back to the point. Ristolainen shots it in front, they score! And you can add one, I think, to the Eichel tower as Jack Eichel gets a piece of that one, and the Sabres are back to within a pair with 3:44 to go in the third period.
Well, he deserved this one. This was a hard-working goal, and this is what he's got to do. All his goals are not going to be highlight reels. He's going to have to pay a price, and this is what he does here. Ristolainen keeps his puck in, leading up to this goal. Jack does a nice job with his body, bumping down low. Here he is, overpowering his man, coming up with the puck, able to move it to the point, gets to the front, pays a price out there and redirects it and puts it into the net.
So, 2-goal deficit, 3:40 to go. Get one quick, plenty of time. And once the Sabres, if need be, pull the goaltender for the extra attacker. I know it's been a night for shorthanded goals, but the 6 skaters that Buffalo can put on the ice, as we saw in preseason a couple of times, to be a dangerous group. Right now, the Sabres forced back into their own end. Passes behind Tennyson. Barzal chasing after it. Penalty coming up here against the Islanders, so the Sabres about to go to the power play. They want the Islanders to touch this sooner rather than later, and there's the stoppage. So the door opens a little bit here.
Yeah, it's going to be a slash. Brazel's going to be the one that's going to go to the box right here. You see him down low as he's fighting for the puck with Scandella, and he hits him 2 or 3 times with his stick. And there's 3:08 left on this clock. Sabres down 2. Power play. Chad Johnson is looking over to the bench, trying to communicate with the coaches to find out what he wants.
Yeah, positioning. Where do you want me?
Yeah, just to find out what's going on.
Phil just waved it back. Says you go home. All right, here we go. Face off. Ryan O'Reilly. Been lights out in the draw circle. He's won this one again. Back to Rasmus Ristolainen. At the point. Away from Cizikas. Lays it down the right wing wall. Oposo spins it back to Ristolainen. Here comes the shot that deflects up high and below the goal line. Ryan O'Reilly in front. Oposo can't get the shot through, and Halak makes the stop. Couldn't quite get the follow through, but he got the snapper on goal, and Halak equal to the task.
Well, he got the shot through, but he hesitated. Once the puck comes to him right here, he hesitates. He had to let the defenseman get by him. Right there, there's nothing to shoot. He had to just took that stutter step, waited for the defenseman to slide by, and then boom, he took the shot, and Halak had plenty of time to get over and get set.
Chad Johnson's inching closer and closer to you, but for now stays on the ice. And off the draw, Sabres at the point, can't keep it in. Johnson's got to get back in net, and he does. Between the circles, makes a glove save. And that's why the coaching staff was telling you just kind of hang around there for a little bit. 2:30 to go in the period, 1:20 to go in this power play. There goes Johnson to the bench. Sabres with an empty net. And the Islanders with the luxury of being able just to send the puck down the ice, being shorthanded. At the line, kept in by Ristolainen, but all the Sabres within a foot of the blue line, and Kane maybe saves a goal there with a skate stop at the blue line. Kane back behind his own net with a minute to go in the power play, and the goaltender on the bench for Buffalo. 5-3 Islanders. Ryan O'Reilly for Jack Eichel. His pass as he gained the line goes offside. Catch Bill Center Eric Wood at 4 p.m. and Bills head coach Sean McDermott at 4:30 with Chopin Bulldog every Buffalo Bills football Monday. on the flagship station of the Buffalo Bills, WGR Sports Radio 550.
Yeah, it's a huge game tomorrow. The 3-1 Bills against the Bengals. Leading into the bye week, I have one problem. My wife is making me go apple picking tomorrow.
Some might argue that's not your only problem, but we'll take you on your word for it.
That's my biggest.
Oh, your biggest problem. Timeout here by Buffalo. Well, it's been a wild night around the entire NHL, I'll tell you, as we have a crazy one here. If the Sabres can get one more to get back within a goal, the Maple Leafs were up 5-1 on the Rangers, who have come back to tie it at 5. Ovechkin with 4 goals in a game against the Montreal Canadiens. Capitals lead that one 6-1. And we have 8 goals here in this game tonight, still with 1:59 to go in the third. A man advantage and an empty net for Buffalo.
Now Chad Johnson going in relief of Robin Leonard. Played well. Did a nice job. And he's back on the bench now. Now with the goalie pulled, but everybody trying to communicate on the ice. Jack Eichel right now making sure Ristolainen is in the right spot.
And Ristolainen just made a save at the Buffalo blue line because, again, the Islanders can just rifle that puck down the ice. Being shorthanded and an empty net just to have a free look at. Ristolainen out for Kane on the left side. Quick shot, Halak, a quicker glove above that left pad to make the stop.
Yeah, you're taking that shot from the side, hoping there's some kind of a rebound because you've got 3 guys converging to the net. Halak smart enough. He realizes that he's going to hang on to it, slow the pace down. But I think the big thing is here, you got 2 goals. You got to get the puck to the net as quick as possible here and get that first one.
Off the face-off, the Islanders hammered to the glass. Oh, what a play to keep it in by Ristolainen, and went up with the glove to keep that one. Now in the slot, that's broken up. Ryan O'Reilly after it. Along the boards, Gulliman knocks his man down. That was Eichel who gets back up. Meanwhile, Ristolainen to Eichel, top of the circle left side. Back to Ristolainen. Right side is open if the Sabres can get the puck there. Ristolainen sends it that way now. Walking down with the shot. Halak with the save and the rebound. It's in behind the net, back up front again. Sabres think they've scored. Halak covers up, and that puck from my vantage point stayed in the blue ice. But a few Sabres, Rob, contending that puck went in.
And they're going to check it, Dan. They are going to the box right now to make sure. Here's Evander Kane, takes the shot. Ryan O'Reilly's going to throw this one back out to the front of the net. And right there, Sam Reinhart throws it to the net. It hits pad and it hits a glove. And let's see if we can see where it lands.
Boy.
It's partially over. You can't really tell if it's all the way over, but it is right there. Right here, Sam Reinhart is just going to take that shot, and you see that puck in front of it. Yeah, you can't see it clear there either. So it is under formal review here. And the referees are at the box, but
you're looking again at the word in quotations, conclusive evidence. And
remember, there's no goal called on the ice, so if it's not a goal, it's tough to get much closer.
Still 1:13 to go again, and 6 seconds left in the penalty to Barzal, and the net empty for Buffalo. So it'd be an offensive zone draw if the video shows that puck did not cross the line.
Yeah, maybe we could take a quick look at it again here just to see if there was an angle that you might be able to see. You got some of the players a little concerned here. We'll take a look at the overhead and see exactly what is happening. Watch 23, Reinhart right there takes the shot. It hits the glove, hits the pad, and you'll see it right there on the line. But the glove, as it's going down, you can't. It takes everything out of the picture, so you can't see where that puck ended up.
Did it ever find a hole, though? No, I just got a grin and bear on that one because you just could not tell if that went over the line.
No, and right now you got a minute 13 left. You need the 2 goals. You can't be pretty. You can't waste the time passing around the perimeter all the time. You got to get this puck get into the net and get some guys jammed there, because you got to get one, or the first one, very quickly.
Ryan O'Reilly wins it again. Eichel, quick shot. Doesn't get through, and now it's Ryan O'Reilly off the boards. Ristolainen, 1:07 to go. Penalty is over. Empty net. And an empty net opportunity now for Barzal out of the box. Oh, he's stripped. He's stripped to the puck. What a play coming back. Kyle Okposo keeps the Sabres' hopes, albeit slim, alive. Okposo gloves it down to the faceoff dot. Boy, if this is a one-goal game, that is an even larger moment. Sabres, as it is, need 2 in 39 seconds. They're into the Islanders' zone. Down the left wing corner and against the wall. O'Reilly along with Okposo. Now it's sent down the ice, and this one gets by Ristolainen, and there's your empty net goal. With 25.4 seconds to go.
Now Suzuki is standing right with Johnny Tavares. Johnny Tavares has already got 2 in this game. But look at that, he just leaves it laying there for Suzuki. He just gives it a little flip down the ice, making sure it doesn't go for icing, and it curls right into the Sabres net. But look at this second effort by Okposo coming back. And a young man right there maybe learning something. You get the chance to put it in the empty net, you better put it in. And he took his time, tried to get a little pretty. And the cagey veteran Okposo comes back and strips him of the puck and takes him an empty net goal away from him.
Well, it's a game where the Sabres really didn't have any quit in them, despite the misfortune of the shorthanded goal. 16 seconds to go. But right till the very end, they've been battling, and I know you're looking for tiny silver linings when you start a season with a couple of losses. As the puck drifts down in the Islanders' zone, and that will do it for this one. 6-3 is your final in Brooklyn.
Now, Dan, you said they didn't have any quit, but they had an awful lot of confusion at times. They just seemed way too many times in the defensive zone, especially that they started chasing the puck. They got watching the puck and not doing what they're supposed to do responsibly defensively, and they gave the Islanders way too many opportunities, especially earlier. They got on the roll. Sabres couldn't slow them down. Misfortunes, killing penalties, power plays, giving up a lot of shorthanded goals here tonight. A lot of that was kind of crazy hockey, but nevertheless, a lot of mistakes made by the Buffalo Sabres that cost them early.
Indeed, and of course, Evander Kane, the highlight with a couple of shorthanded goals, joining Zhitnik, Pekka Sweeney, and Don Luce as the others who have 2 shorthanded goals in a game for the Buffalo Sabres. So you get doubled up by a final score of 6-3, and we invite you to stay tuned for the Lexus post-game report. That'll be coming up next, and the guys will detail all the happenings from the Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York. Barzal, Tavares, and Halak get the job done for the Islanders. Zizekas with a pair as well. Stay tuned. The Lexus post-game report is coming up next.
Are in that situation where a guy will just pull up and let them go and finish the game off. It's just